We'll be performing the world premiere. It's just a really exciting opportunity. So that's part of the program as well. And I think I've covered everything, and if I haven't thanked someone, I apologize. I'll think of it later. But at this time, I would like you to help me welcome the music man himself, Mr. Edwin Kendall.
Was 76 trombones from Meredith Wilson's musical and film, The Music Man. And I told them all if they end up like at home, they've got to watch it. So it's a great movie. There actually a couple of makes of it. I think it was redone with Matthew Broderick just a few years ago. And that's a really challenging piece. And I was just really proud of him. And it was a lot of fun. I will say that last night I was afraid that we might not be able to come today, and we just didn't know. Things are moving so fast. And I was just hoping that we could all just have a great time, even if last night was it. And we were so fortunate to be able to have it today. So we really dug in today to get a lot of things done. But last night it was like, well, let's really have a great time. As I recognize them for that, I do want to say just a word about like the band directors here. Gosh, what a joy this has been, because well-behaved group, like probably one of the best behaved groups, and I do a lot of these, that I have done ever, and they were just fantastic. And one other thing, what great support to have representatives from the central office here, your superintendents. So give them a hand, please. Beginning with the opening 4 notes, and in a way, this is the motivic theme and variations for every section of the piece that kind of spins out of those 4 notes. And for those of you old enough to remember, the title Peyton's Place is sort of a play on words, because Randolph County is named after Peyton Randolph, who is, oddly enough, a Virginia native. But anyway, this play on words refers to the 1960s television primetime soap opera called Peyton Place. And this piece was actually written for this group, the 2020 Randolph All-County Band, and I was so thrilled to be asked to come to conduct this premiere. It's really a highlight for me. So I hope you enjoy Peyton's Place. Written by Pierre LaPlante, and the 3 movements are Patrick on the Railway, Sweet Betsy, and Little David Play On. And they are old American folk tunes. And as far as like old American folk tunes, what I learned when I met Pierre LaPlante, he was he commissioned this piece. He wrote it for the North Carolina Central District All District Band. And when he was writing that, I happened to be president, and he would send that to me for my band to read and make editorial suggestions. So if he had made mistakes, that we were supposed to find them and tell him, and he wrote everything by hand. And he told me that was going to be the last band piece that he ever did. But then he discovered the computer. And I remember I had one letter from him, and actually I laugh at this because he says, "Dear Mr. Kimbrough, please forgive my handwriting, but my typewriter is broken." And so I always thought he lived in a cave. I didn't know, but anyway, Legends and Heroes is a really, I find, challenging work. Again, commissioned for the North Carolina Central District Bandmasters Association, and it is it's subtitled "The American Folk Song #1." Okay.
band director at Northeastern Middle School. Mr. Kimbrough and I have a mutual friend, Kiyoshi Carter. He's actually the band director at Northern Guilford High School, Mr. Kimbrough's old job. And we once had a discussion about band directors talking at concerts, and he looked at me flat out and said, "John, no one comes to concerts to hear you talk, so I promise I'll be brief." We wanted to take a chance to recognize some students that had an exceptional audition back in February. You may notice they're wearing their medals. They were passed out before the concert. So I'm going to take a moment to mention their names, and students, if I butcher your name, I apologize in advance, but when you hear your name, please stand up so you can be recognized, and parents, we ask you to hold your applause until I am done announcing names. For flute, Julie Lewis. Oboe, Mandy Cox. Bassoon, Ferdinand Kelly. Clarinet, Abigail Robertson. Bass clarinet, Daisha Freeman. Alto saxophone, Brian Zapita Martinez. Tenor saxophone, Sarah Figueroa. Baritone saxophone, Rachel McCormick. Trumpet, Jared Kidd. Horn, Jacob Martin. Trombone, Will Rivers. Euphonium, Caden Graham. Tuba, Caden Hefner. Mallets, Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Percussion, Bryson Nicoletta. Timpani, Fisher Meadows. Piano, Eli Mullins. Let's give them a round of applause.
Tenor solo ever, and it's from Puccini's opera Turandot. And I played last night a little piece from the opera for them, and they were actually mesmerized. And you know, I was talking to kids today, and they were like, "Wow, I really love that opera thing," you know. And you know, there are so many musical opportunities for kids to enjoy that are, you know, way beyond, you know, what they know about right now. But these are the things they learn in music education, and it's really important. And I will say, I have never, and I hope these kids and these kids are staying in band. I know. I had several years ago, I was like, gosh, I kept telling kids, you know, being in band does not hurt your college, you know, aspirations at all. There's, you know, and I knew it didn't. But one thing that I did, I said, you know, I gotta be credible. I want to make sure I can't say it just because I believe it. So I had the admissions director from UNC Chapel Hill come up and talk to the band directors of Guilford County about how we make that work. And, you know, not knowing what they're gonna say. So it's really kind of scary at the same time. But they said, you know, we want a very diverse student body. And one of the things, you know, their diversity isn't like that everybody does everything. We want athletes, we want musicians, we want people in student government, we want people in trauma, we want people that want to do student government. So, and when I had them do that, I told my students that, and I was at a brand new school, and I think I had 11 seniors, nine of them applied to go to UNC Chapel Hill, and all 9 got in. And hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much, and thank you guys.